Hi Samurais and welcome back to my channel. On today's video we are creating the first Valentine's Day look of 2022. There will be two videos here on my YouTube channel for Valentine's Day specifically. There will be maybe one or two extras on my TikTok, so if you're not following the TikTok, make sure you head over there and follow Alluring Enchantress. You'll see my beautiful face in all of the videos. Otherwise, I hope you guys are having an amazing day. If you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that bell icon down at the bottom so that way you're notified when new content is uploaded. I'm really excited for this look. I love how it turned out. So yeah, I just wanted to sit down and create something cute and different rather than just all pinks and reds and stuff for Valentine's Day. So otherwise, I will see you guys on the next one. I love you all. Have a great day and make good choices. Alright, to start today's look, we are trying a new primer that just hit the market. It is the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. This one is supposed to be another dupe for the Milk Hydro Grip. I think I paid like $8, something like that for this. So we're going to put this to the test because I love the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. It doesn't really have a smell, but we're going to put that in primarily in our T-zone since that is where I have the worst pores and we really want that product to stay. This one I feel like is a lot tackier, a lot quicker than the Hydro Grip is, but we'll see. So we're gonna let that dry down just a little bit and then we'll go in with our foundation. Alright, now that that is dried down, we're gonna go in and try the new Maybelline New York Superstay Active Longwear 30-Hour Foundation. This is shade 110 Porcelain. I love the other one that they came out with. I think it's the 24-hour wear, but I was really interested to try how this worked out. So we're gonna go in with our damp beauty blender. Okay, so far so good. I feel like I had to use a little bit more than I normally do foundation-wise. Sorry. Had some dry skin, so let's do exfoliates. So far so good. I really like the coverage. I feel like I had to use a little bit more, like I said, than I normally do, which is a little concerning, but we'll see how it works out. Next, I'm going to go in with my concealer. I am using the Tarte Shape Tape, and this is shade 12S Fair. And then we're going to blend that out with our damp beauty blender. Okay, so we have that done. I don't know what it is. I feel like recently, like I used to love matte foundations and concealers and everything, but I feel like I'm starting to get more and more, or become more and more in love with like dewy and radiant foundations and products and stuff that actually hydrate your skin rather than making it look really dry. So I am going to be trying out some new foundations and concealers here on the channel, so make sure you stay tuned for that. So something that I'm really excited about actually having are my powder puffs here. Normally I go in and set my face with my beauty blender. I find that it just kind of gets caked up on the beauty blender after a while. Even when you try to wash it off, it just doesn't always come off, and it just kind of ruins the sponge. So I did go ahead and get these. I got 12 of them on Amazon for like 10 bucks. So I'm really excited to see how these work. So we're gonna go ahead and set our face. And for that, we're using the NARS Translucent Crystal Powder. And we're just gonna press that right in. What I really like about these powder puff things is that not only are they washable, which I love, but it like really allows you to push in the product into your skin. Like I said, I have a really bad problem with oil in my T-zone, so being able to really get this in there makes a world of difference. So I'm going to let that set for just a minute, and then we're going to come back and just dust off the little bit of excess that I do have under my eyes, and then we'll proceed from there. Now that we've let that set, we're going to go in with our JH01 brush and dust off that excess. So how have you guys been? I've been pretty good. We had a COVID scare in our house. That's why there wasn't a video last week. I had originally anticipated on getting it up on Saturday. There was there was a snowstorm here in New Hampshire. So between that and the possibility of losing power and just trying to do things around the house for stuff that needs to be fixed or updated, we've been working on. I went through and sealed our stair trim. So that's what Saturday's project was, so I do apologize that there was not a video last week. I've been trying to make sure that I get those up for you guys, but again, I do apologize. Now that we have the powder dusted off, I am going to go in with my bronzing powder. I did find a really nice cream bronzer that I am going to be trying soon. I'm still waiting for it to come in, but I am very excited for you guys to see everything that I did get new and all the new products that we're going to try. I'm really excited on what they're going to bring and open up in regards to product wise. I've been a matte girl my whole life when it comes to foundation and concealers, but there are so many variations of things out there that help hydrate, and the beauty world is just so in depth that there's just so many products, and there's just not enough time to try them all. So I'm really excited to bring some of these to you guys, so hopefully you can try them as well. But for bronzing powder, we're going to go in with that Milani Sun Kissed bronzing powder on my JH07 brush. And we're just going to dust that, starting at the top of the ear, going down to the bottom of my ear. So you're basically going from here to here. You don't want to go any further than that, just because it might look a little weird if you go any further than that. But I'm just going through and I'm really buffing it into the skin. The thing with powders is that it looks good, but you know, over time, if you don't have a setting spray or a fixing spray, the powder can look cakey. So that's what I'm trying to avoid here. So same thing on this side. We're just going to go up, starting at the top of the ear, and we're going to come down to the bottom of the ear, basically stopping right where the pit of my cheek is. Taking the JH43 flat brush, I'm going to do some contour to my nose, just a little bit. Left hand. And I'm going to take my bronzing brush that I normally use for my chin, and I'm just going to buff this out very, very lightly, because I don't want to add a ton of color to the side of my nose. I just want to blend out the lines that I already put on, just to make the side of my nose look a little better. And I am going to take a little bit of this and put it in the little dips of my nose, and a little bit across the bridge. And again, I'm just gonna buff those out ever so slightly. Just to give my nose a little bit more dimension than normal. So now that we have that applied, we're gonna go in with our blush. For our blush, we are going in with the Jaclyn Cosmetics Bronze Blush Duo. And this is what it looks like. We're going to be using the shade Pink Me Up, which is that very pretty pink shade here. I did get a liquid blush as well, which I'm very excited to try as well. Like I said, just really trying something different here on the channel when it comes to products. I'm really excited to try these out. So with the blush, we're going to keep it primarily on the upper area of the cheekbones, like so. Just gonna blend that out. I'm just gonna round it out around my eyebrow. And with the bronzer from this palette as well, this one is called Oh Honey. I'm just gonna bring a little bit of the bronzer into the apples of my cheeks. Not a whole lot, just a little bit. And then just like I said, keep that blush in that area here. If you ever put on too much, you can always just go in with a clean brush and just dust it out or buff it out like I'm doing now. It's not that it's too much, it's just with the lighting it feels like too much, but I just want to make sure that it's really blended out nicely. Okay, so now that blush is done, we need some highlighter. So with my highlighter, I've really fallen in love with the ColourPop Barbie Beach Party highlighter. This was part of their summer collection. So I am going to be using this. I'm going to try a new, so with the highlighter, we're going to go in with our Morphe Jeffree Star brush. And just buff that into the skin. Do a little bit to the bridge of the nose. And then some just to the tip. And our Cupid's bow. I am going to take a little bit on my fingers just to give my chin a little bit of that dewy look, just so we don't look so dry. And there you have it. Alright, so for any of you that watched my last video, you know that I ran out of my absolute favorite eyebrow pencil, and that is the Morphe Micro Brow Pencil. I use the shade Latte, but don't worry, I got a new one, fresh out of the package, ready to go for you guys. So let's get into our eyebrows. So we're gonna go in with that spoolie just to make sure we have a good shape. I do need to get my eyebrows done, so they do look a little funky, but we'll do the best we can with what we got right now. Okay, so those brows took way longer than I expected. I'm not a big fan of how they look, but we're just gonna move on with the day because I'm over it. Okay, so next we're gonna move into our eyeshadow. For our base, we're going in with the P. Louise Rumor 0.5 base. And I'm just going to apply this to my eyelid. I did take my pretty nails off. It just got to be too much. We got through all the weddings and everything that we needed to do, so I just needed to give them a break. They're super fragile and angry, and that's the one thing I hate about getting my nails done, or fake nails, is that my nails do grow, and that eventually they are my own natural nails with just something on top of them, but I just feel like my nails just typically start to, like my real nails start to bend or like curl whenever they get to a certain length. So that started happening, and they would break off under the nails, and then my nails would snap off, and it's just a whole fiasco. So I just said screw it and decided to rip them all off and start anew. So here we are. To start our eyeshadow look today, we're going to be going in with the Morphe 35XO Natural Flirt palette. This is a beautiful palette. It's pinks and purples and browns. Since I am wearing this very pretty beige houndstooth, I'm going to be doing a brown pink-ish look. So the first thing that I'm going to do, the first shade that I'm going in with is this shade right here, this brown shade. And I'm going to focus this primarily on the outer area of my eye. The outer half, I should say. The next color we're going to be going in with is this pinkish brown shade, and we're going to be just taking this right across the crease and blending out this brown that we started with. You're really just going to take your time with this shade, just blending it out, making sure that there are no harsh lines. Going back in with that first shade just to make sure it's all blended really well. Now that we have those two shades on, we're going to go in with our NYX glitter glue. And with that shade being on, we're going to go in with this very pretty pressed glitter, and we're going to add that to our inner lid. Now we're going to repeat the same step with the glitter glue on the other side. Now taking a smudge brush, we're going to go in with that first shade, the brownish shade, and we're just going to put this on the corner, or only part of the lower lash line. Normally we drag it over a little bit further towards the middle, but going for a little bit different this time. For part of the final things to do on this look, we're going to go in and curl our eyelashes. Okay, so we're going to try something different here. I never do a liner, but we're going to give it a shot. For mascara, we're going in with the Tarte Maneater. And last but not least, we're going to be going in with the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Posh Spice Velour Liquid Lipstick. This is one of my absolute favorites. Alright guys, so that is it for today's look. This is the first of 2 Valentine's Day videos that we will be doing. Yeah, I like it pretty much. Definitely something that I would do again. Yeah, so otherwise, I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'll see you on the next one.